Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tyses, and we're here with the Untitled Goose game review. Now, I was pretty surprised by this game. I saw all the hype for the game and all that sort of thing, but actually playing the game really made me feel different from playing pretty much any other game of this year or the last few years in terms of from the storyline to what you're actually doing. There's no violence, there's no death, there's no anything. You're just playing a troublesome goose who is a bit of an asshole who goes around, ticking off this list of different things to annoy people and doing little quests and things like that. Just going around and being a bit of a dick, which is a funny thing. And what I liked about it is quite an original game. You can't really find anything like this, and it does remind me of Nintendo type games in terms of it's something quite original. It's something very much out of the box. The art style is really nice. It suits it perfectly, and it's just something that you can't find with another studio that I can really think of this type of game of stealth. And obviously, you play as this cute little goose. You can flap your wings. You can obviously go honk honk honk. Had to get a few honks in there, and you go around just ticking off a list. As you can see with the videos here, you can do a number of things to people, and taking things from them, or you can just be generally um, an asshole in the game and sort of grab things and take things and just really annoy them. And I guess that's your side quests. I guess people sort of, I would say I sort of got lost a bit, not lost, um, just got sidetracked in just being a goose, literally being a goose and having fun, which is really, really good. One of the interesting things about the game, apart from solving these little puzzles and stealth life, and you do have to use your head a bit for this sort of thing, is that it gave me sort of play school vibes about the game. Now, Play School is an Australian TV show that sort of teaches the children that, and I think the Aussie dev team would know who they are, obviously, because they're a bunch of four Aussies who made this game. So go Australia, and it sort of reminds me of a Play School story. And how they do Play School stories is that they have a bit of an art style. They have the toys out in front on the TV show, and they have this sort of piano in the background as they're telling the story or reading a story from a book. And with Untitled Goose Game, you do see that. You could almost picture the Play School presenter saying, "And the silly goose and the goose is slowly creeping up behind the man." And you can sort of almost hear that piano in the background. It's very, very Play School like. I sort of felt from a sort of a kid's educational sort of thing, something that you might see from a Sesame Street or Play School thing. That's one thing I noted. It's a bit strange, but I thought that was really cool because I know a lot of kids will like it and think it's a very cheeky, naughty, sort of cheeky sort of game. Goose himself is fantastic. He's an amazing sort of character. He's lots of memes and discussions about him. But is the game fun? Is it overall? What do I think of it? And I think it's an excellent game. I would give it a 9 out of 10. So it's pretty high for this game. I think the downside is how short the game is. It is a bit short, and the price tag here in Australia is $30, and I was a little bit surprised. I know that this game got a lot of hype behind it, so maybe they felt confident it was going to sell for $30. Because normally a lot of indie games are priced a little lower, especially if it's on the shorter end of the length of time you play. You might see it for $10 or 15 or 20 or something like that. But there is a special happening around its launch time here, 25% off currently. So that would help a lot too. But it's been number one on the eShop stores, and it's a big thing for Australian video gaming industry too. it's industry that doesn't really get much funding at all. So they're pretty much there to battle for themselves. And yes, they did take some sort of Epic Games deal, but I'm not too interested in that. I can understand why dev studios would sort of jump all over that sort of opportunity because they're not rich. These people, they're not. Um, Lots of game studios struggle, to make games and that, so it's the tough thing. But overall, Untitled Goose Game is a fantastic game. I had lots of fun with it. It's definitely one of the most unique experiences you can get, and who knows where the Untitled Goose cinematic universe will go from here. Could it get a sequel? Could it be multiplayer? I see a sort of potential here for something of this type of thing to turn into a series, but as a long way off. I think the dev team will be porting this to other consoles and see how that goes. So yes, a fantastic time I had. A 9 out of 10 for me, and that is it for me, and I shall see you later on.